Hi, and welcome to this episode of Thoughts This Week. Starting this week, Thoughts This Week will have a new format. Thank you for checking in the previous episodes, and I hope you like this new format even better. United Airlines plans to resume services to India in September. United Airlines, one of the big three American carriers, has stated that it would restart scheduled services to India starting September. This is part of the plan to restart services to nearly 30 international routes in September, including flights to Asia, Australia, Israel, and Latin America. The airline intends to fly 37% of its overall schedule in September as compared to the same period last year, and is a 4% increase in capacity compared to what is planned for August 2020. Domestically, United intends to fly 40% of its schedule. The airline plans to add more than 40 flights on 48 routes in the United States. For Indian routes, the airline says it would continue service between United States and Delhi and Mumbai subject to government approvals. India and the USA have resumed limited flight services with the creation of Air Bubble, where airlines from both the countries are allowed restricted access to the markets. United Airlines operates flights to Mumbai and Delhi from Newark and had recently started flights between San Francisco and Delhi. Dutch carrier KLM expects a reduction of 4,500 to 5,000 positions at the airline. This comes on the backdrop of reduction in its network since February due to the coronavirus pandemic. The airline has got support in the form of direct state loan and guaranteed bank credit facilities amounting to a maximum of 3.4 billion euros. The group currently has 33,000 full-time employees, and the airline will not renew temporary contracts, offer voluntary departure scheme, and see a natural attrition through retirement, which will all contribute to the reduction. Yet, the airline will be forced to take a call on 1,500 positions which are becoming redundant across the world. The Singapore Airlines Group has plunged to a 1 billion Singapore dollar net loss. Passenger carriage, measured as revenue passenger kilometers, fell by 99.4% year on year for Singapore Airlines, 99.8% for Silk Air, and 99.9% for Scoot, its low cost arm. Group revenue declined by nearly 80% year on year. Singapore Airlines is the latest carrier to declare losses. World over, airlines have been overwhelmed with losses in the April to June quarter as most of the countries went into a lockdown due to the COVID 19 pandemic. Industry body IATA now estimates that air traffic will return to pre-COVID levels only in 2024. Ryanair, one of the world's best-known ultra-low-cost carriers, have also recorded losses. Over 99% of its fleet was grounded from mid-March to end of June. Its Q1 traffic fell from 42 million to zero point 0.5 million. The Ryanair Group airlines operated repatriation, rescue, and medical emergency flights during this period. The airline aims to have cash in hand and has prioritized cash preservation, closing with a cash of 3.9 billion euros. Its revenue fell by 95% to just 125 million as traffic dropped 99% to just zero point 0.5 million. Abu Dhabi headquartered Etihad Airways has said that effective 1st of August, all travelers flying Etihad Airways from around the world to Abu Dhabi and those transferring via Abu Dhabi onto other flights will be required to show a negative COVID-19 PCR test result from a list of approved testing facilities. The PCR test must be carried out within 96 hours prior to arrival in Abu Dhabi, and a negative COVID-19 PCR test result certificate must be shown for approval to board the flight. Children under age of 12 and people with mild to severe disabilities are currently exempt from these PCR test requirements. Travelers leaving UAE from Abu Dhabi to any country in the European Union, the United Kingdom, or any other country where it is mandatory by the authorities at the destination, a negative COVID 19 PCR test result will be required. To help facilitate this process, the airline is collaborating with private clinics in the Middle East to offer departing passengers the option for convenient PRC testing for a fee. Thank you for being part of this episode of Thoughts This Week. We will return next week with more news from across the world. If you have liked this episode, please like the video, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Network Thoughts, the YouTube channel. Thank you.